Thank you. Good afternoon, friends, family, President Horton, board members, and especially to all of today's graduates. I am honored to speak to you today and to let you in on a little secret. This is my very first college graduation I have ever attended. I never went to college, which makes it even more special for me to be here today. As I look out at all of you today, I admire your tenacity, your hard work, your commitment that it has taken you to get to where you are today. My hope is that my story will empower all of you to write your own story as you finish this chapter and continue on. I am in the trucking business. Yes, trucking. I have owned Xpressman Trucking and Courier since 1993. I have built it from necessity, from hard work, and from sheer determination. Not bad for someone who was once told, you will never amount to anything. I never set out to be an entrepreneur. I actually was never truly sure what I was going to be. But what I did know was that when I was 16, I fell in love and I was quite content to be with my boyfriend. And for years, he was my world. I lived with him, I worked for him, I drove his car, and I listened to all the awful things he had to say about me. It was not a healthy situation, to say the least, and along the way, I lost myself and my identity. So, when he broke up with me, I crumbled. I was already fragile, and I broke into a million tiny pieces. I literally wrapped myself in a blanket and never wanted to come out of the darkness. Thankfully, my mother, my sister, and my best friend had other plans for me. They were not going to let me waste away and float off into the abyss. But even with their help, it was hard to heal. It was nearly impossible to not hear his voice in my head telling me that I was nothing without him. And feeling as bad as I did, yeah, I kind of believed it. I was 23 years old, sleeping on my sister's couch, with no money, no dignity, and no light at the end of the tunnel. I was stuck for a while, but slowly, the darkness turned to gray, and the gray into daylight, and I managed to get up and try to make sense of my mess. His cutting words were never far, but soon what used to make me cry made me mad. What used to make me doubt my very existence was giving me the energy and motivation. I realized not all had been lost. He hadn't taken everything after all. I had my family, my friends, and my guts intact. Somewhere inside of me, I knew I could still make my dreams come true. So many of us have dreams: to own a business, to finish college, to start a family. I wasn't sure what my dream was, but I knew it wasn't the nightmare I had been living. I woke up one day and thought, I'm going to start a company. Why not? I certainly had nothing to lose. I didn't have a name for it. I didn't know how I would do it, but I did it anyways. When I was working for my boyfriend, I had seen delivery services in courier companies picking up and dropping off packages, picking up important documents, and driving things around for various companies. For some reason, it stuck with me. And I thought, well, how hard can it be? I'll start a delivery service. And that's what it was. That was the business I would start. It became my mission, and I never looked back. My parents' laundry room soon became my headquarters. That was my office. I then got myself to a lawyer and explained that I needed to have one of those things, INC, Inc., at the end of my business name. I had no idea what it stood for at that time, but I saw it at the end of every company name, so I assumed I needed it. Okay, he said, what's the name of your company? Oh, yeah, that. No answer. I hadn't gotten that far. After some doodling on the back of a legal pad, we came up with Xpressman. Catchy, why not? And from there it was born, Xpressman Trucking and Courier, Inc. Of course, when the lawyer handed me his invoices for his services, it dawned on me that I had to pay him. He was kind and allowed me to work it off in a delivery service. With little more than a pager, purchased from Radio Shack, and my car, I set out to build my empire. How? Cold calling from the yellow pages. No, 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 no thank you, was all I heard all day long. Then one day I said for the 100th time, "Hi, this is Michelle from Xpressman Courier. Would you like to use my services? And the person on the other end of the phone said, sure, why not? I yelled out to my mom and said, Mom, I've got a customer. My first customer and my first taste of what it was like to be a business owner with a business. Granted, my office was still in the laundry room, but to me it was an office. It was a destination and a reason to get up in the morning. Every day I'd put on a suit, the highest heels I owned, and I would click, click, click into the laundry room. My parents would look at me half in awe and half wondering if I had truly lost my mind, but they smiled and always encouraged me. Getting that first customer to say yes, to believe in me, gave me the strength to continue, to seek more business. For the first time in years, the words "you are nothing" were not the loudest voice in my head. Instead, it was my own voice saying, you've got this. Instead of hearing "no, you can't," I heard "yes, you can." I was relying on myself for the first time, and I truly loved the way it felt. My hope is that you hear that same voice as you sit out there today. I want you to ask yourself, what can I be? How far can I go? How can I change my path? So often we accept limits, listen to the words "no, you can't," and never realize our full potential. Accomplishing something on your own, knowing you have earned it, is one of the best feelings there is. Take chances, take risks, and facing the unknown is some of the scariest stuff you can feel, but it's worth it. I'm sure many of you have doubted yourself along the way. In earning your degree, I bet there were times that it would have been easy to give up, to not show up, and to give in. But you are here, and like me, you pressed on. You found your way, and you did it. There were certainly times in the beginning of my company where I wanted to give up, when I didn't have all the answers. Are you a 24/7 company, customers would ask? Why, yes, we are. That would be me, of course. I would be the one making deliveries at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you cover Connecticut? Confidently, I would say, indeed we do. Granted, I had no idea even how to get to Connecticut at that time, but where there was a payphone and a road map, there was an Xpressman courier on the way. And that courier was me, Xpressman's sole employee. And boy, she was dedicated. I realized that no and I can't was not going to work. It was not part of my vocabulary anymore, and it certainly isn't now. I have built my business truly the old-fashioned way. I worked really hard, took a bunch of chances, fell down, got back up, and never looked back. Today, I have well over 100 employees and drivers. I own my own 33,000 square foot commercial warehouse building and Xpressman services customers coast to coast. As I said, I never went to college. I never had a degree to navigate me through the business world. I envy those of you out there with a brand new diploma, new skills, and a new outlook on life. I wish I would have had the opportunity to learn more, to explore more, and to have the title of a college graduate. You do. Don't waste it. Be courageous. Work hard, and never say, I can't. Courage is self-taught. Excuse me. It's not given to you. It's a tool that will stay with you and get you through so many of life's challenges. We are all powerless without courage. I now have 2 children, 15 and 17, that are here with me today. They're about to head off into the world and begin their adult lives. Do I want them to take a different path than I did? Of course I do. I want them to seek out healthy relationships, continue to explore and believe in themselves and the world around them, and to keep learning. I want them to go to college and find a passion, build a life, and maybe a business of their own. But I also hope that they've learned a little bit something from their mom's journey of self-reliance, determination, and a thirst for hard work. My story could have easily had a much different ending, but it didn't. That was a choice. Today I'm speaking in front of you, and I'm simply in awe that I have this opportunity, that somehow my story might mean something to you, and something I say might stick with you beyond these walls. Take risks, never doubt your instincts, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. It is the only way to grow and truly live. If you're in a situation that's not working for you, change it. If you want to make more money, find a way to add more value. If you want to have a dream you want to realize, work for it. How I got here wasn't easy. It was far from perfect. But so what? Perfect does not exist. If you waste your time waiting for the stars to align to make your move, you will be waiting forever. Why not now? Why not you? I certainly never dreamed it would be me. We are all here not to duplicate someone else's story and a path to success, but to blaze our own trail and leave our own mark. I haven't achieved success alone. I have surrounded myself with mentors, friends, and employees who challenge me and support me. I have also learned how to shake off the naysayers and the people who fill your life with negativity. After 25 years, Xpressman is successful and thriving. I have built my company on trust, loyalty, and dedication. My team is smart, talented, and they're like family to me. From the front office to my drivers to the warehouse workers, I pride myself in hiring people who may never have had a chance. No high school diploma? No problem. Disability? Let's see where you fit in. Willing to work hard? Welcome to the team. Each one of you has a place in this world. Each one of you can create your own destiny. Each one of you will also face challenges. Face them head on and believe that you have the strength to turn adversity into opportunity. Dreams are possible. What is your dream? Owning your own company? Going on to continue your education even further? Going back to your job with a new sense of accomplishment and asking for that promotion? Or passing your education on to your family? It's all an amazing gift. My gift to you today is my story. The story of someone who was broken. The story of someone who was told she was nothing. And the story of that same someone who stands before you built stronger than ever from before. Facing fear and holding on to courage. Listening to gut instinct. And knowing that even in the darkest times, there is hope and light and a place for all of us to shine. And if someone ever tells you you can't, tries to belittle your dreams, or makes you feel less than, I want you to think back to this day and know that I believe in each and every one of you, and I wish you a lifetime of success. Congratulations, graduates.